Welcome, Sugar Sean O'Malley, to the show. Congratulations, my man. I mean, how surprised were you that he left himself open for that right hand from you? Were you anticipating that that's what he would do?
Yeah, I went into this fight knowing that it could be kind of boring until it wouldn't be, because my main goal was to frustrate him on the feet to where he felt he had to make a mistake to try to close the distance. He was trying to close the distance because that first round he wasn't able to take me down. He wasn't really able to get in on anything.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I knew I had 25 minutes. The longer I kept it on the feet, the better the chances were of me knocking him out. He only could make one little mistake, and I could capitalize on it, and that's exactly what happened.
He's begging for a rematch. He says he wants a rematch, an immediate rematch badly. How do you feel about that?
I got a couple bigger fights ahead of me. I know all fight week, all fight pretty much the fight camp. He was talking about moving up to 145. The weight cuts were too hard. He's too big. All this stuff. So, I have bigger fights ahead of me right now. Will that happen again someday? Possibly, but next, probably not.
Let me broaden this conversation real quickly because we only got a few minutes. I think you have an opportunity to be the most popular fighter in the UFC. You obviously got knockout power. You can put people to sleep. The audience loves you. You're incredibly exciting. And I think that you have an opportunity, you have a chance to be that next popular guy since Conor McGregor was at the height of his popularity. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, before the Contender Series, the fight that got me into the UFC, I remember sitting there vividly doing an interview telling people I will be bigger than Conor McGregor. I got a lot of crap for it. I got, not made fun of, but there was definitely a lot of hate online saying, like, come on, man, like, that's not realistic. But in my mind, it was. I knew I just had to do the things that I've been doing, which is knocking people out, putting on beautiful performances, and I'd get there. And yeah, we're right there. We're not quite there yet, but one more knockout, and I think it puts me over.
That's what I was going to ask you. That's what I was going to ask you. What specifically do you think you need to do to get to that point? I'm talking about in terms of the height of Conor McGregor's popularity in the UFC.
Yeah, I think, there's a couple ways of doing that. Defending the belt, obviously, is one way. Putting a beautiful knockout on for my first title defense would do that. Moving up a weight class, but I'm not trying to fight Alexander Volkanovski. He's got to fight. Hopefully, he's fighting Ilia Topuria. If Ilia goes out there and beats Volk, I would love to, move up to 145 and fight Ilia. Gervonta Davis, he's 5'3". Right. That's a fight that interests me.
Well, that's where I was going, because Gervonta Davis, I mean, I love my boxing, and Gervonta Tank Davis is big time. He's a lightweight champion of the world. We saw what he did against a taller, lanky guy like Ryan Garcia, knocked him out with that body shot. When you said that you wanted him, why is it that you want Gervonta Davis? Why is it that you have this desire to go against a boxer?
I love boxing. I'm an undefeated professional boxer. I only won fight, and it was a long time ago, but hey, I'll count it. Yeah, I'm in the fight business. I've been in the fight business since day one. That's what's a little bit different about me than most of these fighters. These guys are just in the fight game, and I'll fight for whatever. I'll fight for $5 in a economy class. I'm in the fight business. I'm looking for big fights. I know what I possess in my boxing skills. I've always done really good against guys who are, as short as Gervonta. And, it's a massive fight. And I truly, truly believe that I could win that fight. And I think it's exciting. I don't know if that fight's not necessarily next. I'm not calling for it next. I'm building up for that fight. I know what I need to do to get a fight like that. And that's, keep winning, putting on pay-per-views. And that fight is definitely a possibility in the future.
Sean O'Malley right here with Stephen A. Smith on First Take. Appreciate you, my man. Thanks again for joining us, and congratulations on what you've done, what you're doing, and it appears what you're going to continue to do. All the best to you. I'll see you down the road. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.